Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware. Best place to go on Long Island, and they service the entire tri-state area, by the way. If you need hurricane preparedness supplies, or maybe you're thinking, hey, I want to make sure my house looks nice this fall, and I need some landscaping materials, they're the place to go with the best prices around. 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon. 631-756-1125 is the telephone number, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. Here is the satellite loop, and we are seeing a ton of sunshine from, except for areas in northern Maine and well up into upstate New York. It's bright and sunny from the rest of Maine down into Virginia, North Carolina, and into Georgia. Noticing some clouds blowing up in the central and southern Appalachians. Probably be some showers and thunderstorms firing up soon in that area. And you're seeing also those clouds extending down into the Ohio Valley and back over into the middle Mississippi Valley. That's where we've got activity going on with respect to showers and storms on the radar. And you can see them here in northern Maine, well up into upstate New York, into southwestern New York, and beginning to see some thunderstorms pop up in Pennsylvania, and then back through Ohio and Indiana. Fortunately, we were watching this big area of showers and storms from overnight and this morning in southern Illinois and into Missouri, and now moving into Arkansas. That area has diminished some, and that's a good thing. Because as it moves further east, it's moving into areas that have gotten a ton of rain and could certainly use a break. Although I think we may see some storms fire up at some point. The Storm Prediction Center looking at marginal risk for severe weather this evening. When we say a marginal risk, that means the possibility that there could be some isolated severe thunderstorms, not widespread activity, just isolated here and there. There'll be other general thunderstorms around that won't reach the level of severe. The risks from westernmost New Hampshire, southwest through Pennsylvania, just about all of Pennsylvania except the southeast, down into Maryland and northern Virginia, northern West Virginia, Ohio, back through Kentucky and Tennessee. Notice the thunderstorm area actually cuts off in southeastern New England, which has been dry. So it doesn't look like there's going to be much of anything going on there. And I would just rate the idea of thunderstorms in eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England as low, especially as you go further to the east toward New York City and beyond. In those areas, it's actually going to be very low for today. Now tomorrow, general thunderstorms from Maine to Florida and back into the Mississippi Valley will have a marginal risk indicated in northern Virginia. I think this area might get expanded just a little bit. I don't expect to see a slight risk, but we could see a larger area of marginal risk, maybe pushing up to New York City and southern New England on the northern part of this, and maybe even a little bit further south into southwestern Virginia and into the central Appalachians. And rainfall over the course of the next 7 days. Well, first of all, this is how much rainfall is being generated between now and tomorrow morning, and you'll notice it's not very much. We're talking a tenth of an inch or less eastern PA, and no rain being forecast for, say, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. That's through tomorrow morning, with an inch and a half rainfall amounts going back further to the west. Tomorrow, day two, here's where tomorrow's storms might be a little more productive, with half to three-quarters of an inch indicated from New Hampshire down into Virginia, and actually reaching to about New York City and northern New Jersey, and covering much of southeastern and south central Pennsylvania. This would be quite helpful. And the 7-day rainfall totals are generally on the order of maybe an inch and a half in upstate New York, maybe closer to 2 inches plus in northern New England, inch and a half to 2.5 inch amounts in the Ohio and Tennessee Valley, and also cradling areas in the Gulf Coast, and in the much needed dry areas in the southwest. They continue to pick up rain every single day. It's been raining there for the last few weeks, not everywhere all the time, but their drought is so long term that it's going to take a while to bring the drought levels down, even to moderate drought designations. So as far as we're concerned, obviously temperatures today 95 to near 100. You see some late thunderstorms blossoming up then they weaken overnight, and then they blossom up again. The cold front that's coming through tomorrow is going to be weakening after it goes by. It's basically going to be falling apart on top of us on Saturday. So we'll be hot tomorrow, but lower than today. Probably highs will be up in the lower 90s in most places. Very humid. Then with this dying front, there's no real dew point relief for Saturday, and you'll notice that the model just sort of kicks around a few thunderstorms scattered around in the afternoon inland. I think that makes sense. Most of you won't see anything. Temperatures on Saturday maybe a little bit of a break because there'll probably be more cloud cover around mid to upper 80s, but very humid. And then hot and humid on Sunday. We'll be up in the low to mid 90s. Humidity levels will be very high. It'll feel like you're inside a hot sponge. And then as we move along, that heat is going to continue on Monday. With nothing more than an isolated shower or thunderstorm. A more important cold front will start to approach on Tuesday, and maybe that one could generate a bit more in the way of shower and thunderstorm activity. And there might be a little bit of dew point relief after that one goes by. At least that's the signal here from the models. Also, the front stalls right offshore, and you could see the rain along the coast. Now, whether that materializes or not, we're talking next Wednesday, so that is in the longer term. Weather in 5, brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon. 631-756-1125 is the phone number. The website is omnitruevalue.com. The Joe and Joe Weather Show tonight at 7:30 as we take you through the rest of the week, the weekend, the long range, and we will be looking at the very quiet tropics. We'll see you then.